Opening the chest, pathway to transformation. The chest is the seat of both physical and emotional openness. In yoga, when we open the chest, we unlock not only a physical posture but a way of inviting more breath, vitality, and love in our lives. Chest opening connects deeply to aligning the shoulders, correcting the spine, creating space for the physical, emotional, and the spiritual heart. It's also essential for enhancing lung capacity and the breath. Anatomical perspective of chest opening. Main muscle groups involved: pectoral muscles, the pectoralis major and minor. These muscles span across the chest, playing a central role in bringing the arms across the body, lengthening and releasing tension in the pectorals is crucial for chest opening. Intercostal muscles, situated between the ribs. These muscles expand and contract the rib cage with each breath, helping open the serratus anterior. This muscle wraps around the ribs and connects to the shoulder blades, stabilizing, enabling smooth shoulder movements, which we need in yoga. Rhomboids and trapezius. These back muscles pull the shoulder blades back and down, aiding in spinal alignment and posture correction. Latissimus dorsi. Extending from the mid-back to the upper arm, this muscle affects shoulder stability and spinal alignment. Diaphragm, the primary breathing muscle that, when properly engaged, expands the chest cavity, allowing deeper breath and facilitating energy prana flow. Spinal postural considerations. Thoracic spine extension. The thoracic spine, mid-back, is often compressed or rounded due to poor posture. Chest opening helps restore natural curvature in the thoracic spine. Shoulder positioning and alignment. A collapsed chest often leads to rounded shoulders. Chest opening postures strengthen the back muscles that draw the shoulders back and down, correcting the posture and allowing the chest to fully open. Closed or tight chest muscles can lead to a variety of physical, postural, and even emotional issues due to limited range of motion, poor breathing capacity, disrupted body alignment. Here are common problems that are associated with tight chest muscles. Poor posture, rounded shoulders and forward head position. Rounded shoulders and forward head position. Tight chest muscles, especially the pectoralis major and minor, can pull the shoulders forward, creating a slouched posture. This is often seen in people who sit on desks or look down at screens for a prolonged periods of time. Neck and shoulder pain. When chest muscles are tight, the upper back and neck muscles overcompensate, which can lead to strain and pain in the neck and the shoulder regions. Restricted breathing and reduced lung capacity. Tight chest muscles can restrict the ribcage from expanding fully, reducing lung capacity and making it difficult to take deep breaths. This often leads to shallow breathing, which can impact oxygen, prana intake, and increase stress levels. Upper and lower back pain. Closed chest muscles throw off spinal alignment, leading to added pressure on the upper and lower back. This misalignment can create or worsen back pain as other muscles are forced to compensate for the imbalance. Reduced range of motion in the shoulders. Tight chest muscles limit shoulder movement, making it difficult to perform actions that involve reaching, lifting, or rotating of the arms. Over time, this restricted range can lead to shoulder injuries or impingement. Tension headaches. When the chest is tight and the upper back is strained, tension can radiate to the neck and the head, resulting in tension headaches. You feel it mainly here, like a band in front of your head. Increased risk of injury. Limited mobility in the chest and the shoulder area increases the risk of injuries, especially in activities that require a full range of motion, such as active sports, yoga, or even daily tasks like lifting, everyday movements which we do. Circulation and nerve compression. Closed chest muscles can compress nerves, blood vessels that pass through the shoulder area, potentially leading to numbness, tingling, or poor circulation in your arms. Emotional stress and anxiety. Tight chest muscles can contribute to a closed posture, which some studies suggest may influence mood and stress levels. A closed posture is often associated with feelings of anxiety and low energy, while open chest postures are linked to more positive emotional states. Reduced functional strength. Tight chest muscles can weaken opposing muscle groups, such as upper back muscles. This imbalance reduces functional strength, making movements less efficient and increasing fatigue. Closed chest muscles can also contribute to emotional and spiritual challenges, which are often linked to body posture, breath, and prana energy flow. Here are some of the emotional and spiritual impacts of tight chest muscles. Emotional problems, reduced confidence and self-esteem. A closed chest posture is associated with a hunched, closed posture, often linked to feelings of low self-esteem and self-doubt. This posture can psychologically reinforce a sense of insecurity or lack of confidence. Increased stress and anxiety. Shallow breathing due to restricted chest movement can trigger the body's stress response, leading to elevated stress and anxiety levels. Limited chest expansion can also reduce oxygen flow, which may make stress management more challenging. Suppressed emotions. Physically, closing of the chest area can lead to a guarded feeling, as if someone is physically protecting the heart from vulnerability. This physical guarding can mirror emotional suppression, where feelings of sadness, grief, or even love may feel harder to express. Tension and irritability. Poor posture and restricted breathing can create chronic muscle tension, often leading to frustration and irritability. Holding stress in the body, especially around the heart and the chest, can add to emotional strain over time. Disconnectedness from emotions. Limited breath capacity and a closed posture can make it more difficult to connect with emotions fully, as the breath is essential for grounding and becoming aware of feelings. This may lead to a sense of emotional disconnection and numbness. Spiritual problems. Heart chakra blockage. In yoga and holistic traditions, a closed chest may signify a blocked heart chakra, the Anahata Chakra. This chakra is connected to love, compassion, empathy, spiritual openness. When the heart chakra is blocked, individuals may struggle with trust, forgiveness, and self-love. Reduced sense of connection to others. Physically closing off the chest area may contribute to an internal sense of isolation. This posture can symbolically limit openness to forming deeper, more authentic connections with others. Difficulty in letting go. Spiritually, the heart space is also associated with acceptance and release of emotional burdens. Tight chest muscles may manifest as difficulty letting go of past hurts, disappointments, or attachments, leading to emotional stagnation. Lowered sense of compassion and empathy. A blocked heart chakra or closed chest posture may inhibit the flow of compassion toward oneself and others. Individuals may find it challenging to practice empathy or feel emotionally numb or distant from their relationships. Energetic imbalance. In many holistic traditions, the body's energy flow is closely tied to physical posture. When the chest is closed off, it may create imbalance of energy flow, reducing overall vitality and the feeling of being energetically aligned. Hindered self-expression. The heart center is often associated with authentic expression of courage to speak and live one's truth. A closed chest posture may reflect a tendency to hide one's true feelings or avoid vulnerability impacting authentic self-expression. The benefits of chest opening. Physical benefits. Improved breath capacity as more space opens up in the chest and the ribcage, allowing fuller and deeper breaths. Enhanced circulatory function by creating space around the heart. Better posture and alignment of the spine as the chest opens and the back strengthens to support it. Emotional and energetic benefits. The chest area relates to the heart chakra, Anahata Chakra, which represents love, compassion, and openness. When the chest opens, it symbolically and energetically invites the release of emotional blocks and openness to giving and receiving love. Stress and tension release. Opening the chest can elevate stored stress, helping us to let go of protective armoring around the heart, both physically and emotionally. Connecting the physical, emotional, and the spiritual heart. The physical location is the same. Physical, emotional, and the spiritual heart together is the heart chakra. The physical heart. Opening the chest brings space for the heart, allowing better circulation, deeper breathing. This has numerous health benefits, including stress reduction, lowering your blood pressure, and improved resilience to physical stress. The emotional heart. The chest often holds emotional tension. By opening the chest, we symbolically open ourselves to vulnerability, connection, and the release of stored emotions. This can promote the feelings of openness, love, compassion, and courage. The spiritual heart, Anahata. The fourth chakra represents the center of love, compassion. When we open the chest, we encourage energy flow, fostering deeper connection to ourselves and to others with a sense of unity and peace. Embrace the power of an open heart. Chest opening in yoga is more than a physical action. It's a practice that helps us release tension, invite love, approach life with an open heart and full breath. As we open our chest, we learn to approach the world from a place of strength, compassion, and centeredness. By aligning the body, we align the mind, the spirit, creating the foundation for transformative healing and self-acceptance. And that is the union, and that is yoga. I have put together a series of asanas in one pranayama to work with the physical aspect and go deeper to open your breath, to open your heart chakra and feel the difference. So let's go to the mat and let's get started. Let's start with activating all the chest muscles, opening the chest and the back. First, stand in Tadasana, which is you're standing with your legs together, and then keep your toes in the same line. Now behind, you're holding your hands firmly together. Take a deep inhalation, press the trapezius together behind. So you open all your chest muscles, your intercostal muscles, and then lift your arms up. Now see the chest opening. Get a complete total chest opening, and then take your arms on this side, and then take your arms up. When you're taking your arms down, stretch your arms forward and take your arms down. So this is your basic movement in most of the postures, depending on which posture you're doing. Now first we'll start with just getting Uttanasana with the same movement. So you're holding your hands together, holding your hands behind. I'll show it from the side. Pressing your shoulder blades, your trapezius together. Now see the transformation of the chest in front. You want this chest opening, and then arms on the side, up. Don't bend your legs. Hold it for 5 breaths. And then inhale, come up. Utkatasana. First, stand in Tadasana. Always keep your legs together, keep your toes in the same line. Hold your hands behind. Same. Start with your latissimus, your lats. And then open your plex. Open your intercostal muscles. Lift your arms up. Lift your arms up. Because you want to go down with an open chest, and then take your hips back. Try to be on your heels, and then sit down. Keep your chest open. Now, without closing the chest, see the shoulder rotation, and then take your arms up. So all the way you have your horizontal and your vertical chest opening. Hold it for 5 breaths. And come up. Gomukhasana, to open your chest muscles, open your plex, open your intercostal muscles. First you're taking your hands behind, holding your hands together, and then get that same chest opening, same chest opening, and then take your left hand, place it between your shoulder blades, take your right arm up, and then hold your fingers. Now what you don't want to do is this hand going out, because this is bad for your shoulders, especially if you have a shoulder dislocation problem, you might dislocate your shoulder. So you want your arm as close to your head as you can. And to get a deeper movement of it, lift your chest. So because here you keep on opening, and then look up. Hold it for 5 breaths. And then take the head up. Take your right arm up. Take your left arm down. And then you're changing. So the changing is exactly the same. When your hands are behind, you're changing the hold of your hands first. Change the hold of your hands first, because then you work differently with your shoulder. Lifting. Get a good chest opening, and then take your right arm, place it between your shoulder blades, take your left arm up. Now see, the hand close to the head, and then hold your fingers. And then work on your chest opening. Look up. Hold it for 5 breaths. And then take your left arm up. Take your right arm down. Paschima Namaskarasan. You're holding your hands behind. Now that is the basic theme for the whole chest opening sequence. You're starting with your hands behind to activate and open all your chest muscles and even your lower back muscles, because they're supportive of your chest muscles. latissimus, trapezius, chest muscles, the whole group. Now first lift your arms, don't look down, look straight, and then join your hands. Turn your hands upwards. Turn your hands upwards. First try to go up as much as you can with your hands. And then opening your chest. Take the shoulders back, take your elbows back. And then join your hands together. See this? The joining of your hands together has to come from the chest opening. You need to work very strongly on your chest. It's only the strong work, the hard work, which pays off. If it's easy, you don't get anything out of it. What's the point of doing something easy? There is no result in it. And then take your arms down. Hold it for 5 breaths, 10 breaths. Vrikshasana. First, start with your right leg. Lift it. And then place the foot as high as you can on the inside of the leg. Take your hands back. Again, get the chest opening. And then take your arms up. Hold it for 5 breaths. Now again, be aware of all the muscles we spoke about. And then change your leg. Lift your left leg. Fix it on the inside of the right leg. Now behind, change the hold of your hands also. Chest, 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 space of the heart, all the muscles we spoke about. Maintain deep breathing. Hold it for 5 breaths. And then back in Tadasana. Trikonasana. First stand in Tadasana. And then jump, take your legs apart. If you're using the yoga mat, it's very good because it gives you precise angles to work with. When you're turning your foot in, you need that 45-degree angle, which gives you the lift upwards from the hip joint. If it's straight, you're going downwards. No? The more you go out, the more down you go. The more your hip joint moves in, you move upwards. So turn your left foot in, take the right foot out, use the lines correctly, and then center your hips so your hips are pointing straight. And then hold your hands behind. Work with all the chest and the back muscles. And because you want this opening when you're coming down in Trikonasana. And then without closing, see, arms on the side. So you still have that chest back opening. Hold it for 5 breaths. Come up and then change the side. Correct, geometrically correct foot placement. Center your hip. And then behind, change the hold of your hands. And open up so that your latissimus, trapezius, plex, diaphragm, rhomboids don't close. Then stretch. Hold it for 5 breaths. And then legs together. Virabhadrasana, 2. Stand in Tadasana. And then take your legs apart. Turn your right foot in, take the left foot out, and then center your hip. Again, hold your hands behind and open all your back chest muscles. Because again, your back muscles are supportive. They need to open your chest, your latissimus. Now, see this chest opening. Maintain it. Take your arms on the side and then bend your left knee, come down. Keep your chest open. Hold it for 5 breaths. And come up and change the side. Feet placement should always be correct, because that's what decides what the rest of your body is doing. Center your hip. Behind, change the hold of your hands. And take time, feel all your chest back muscles. And then don't close. Chest open. Hold it for 5 breaths. And back. Shalabhasana, you're lying down on your abdomen and then you're holding your hands behind. We're getting that same work. Press your shoulders together, lift your arms up, lift your chest up. So again, maintain your chest opening and then lift your legs up. So you're working with all those muscles, your latissimus, your trapezius, all the chest muscles. Hold it for 5 breaths, come down. And then behind, change the hold of your hands and do the same once again. Lift. And down. Setubandha Sarvangasana, you're using 1 or 2 bricks, depending how much your hip is lifting up. First, lie down on your back. Take a brick. Lift your hips up. And then Fix the brick on your sacral bone and touching maybe your L4 and L5, your lower lumbar vertebrae, and then hold your hands behind. Press your shoulders, your trapezius, shoulder blades together. Open the chest. Now, if this feels that you can lift more up, you can use the second brick. The second brick, the higher you come up, you get a better opening of your latissimus, trapezius, and all your frontal chest muscles. Now, I recommend you to do this for 5 minutes. I won't be doing it for 5 minutes now because the video would just get too long and unnecessary. Breathe deep. So use your chest opening for deeper breathing. Now when you're coming down, lift your hips up. Remove the bricks, come down. And then be in Shavasana for 5 minutes. When you're coming out of Shavasana, turn to your right side first, and then use your left hand and come up. We'll be doing Viloma Pranayama. First take 2 bricks to sit on, and then take a paper to just flush and clean your nostrils before you start your pranayama. Now remember what we worked with, the latissimus, trapezius, and then all the chest muscles. Without closing, keep the hands on your legs. So maintain this chest opening. What you want to do is divide how you're breathing. When you inhale, consciously, equally, when the air is going in your lungs, your diaphragm should move down equally, pressing downwards towards your organs and then releasing upwards. That's the reason you want to be straight. Your posture, front, back, and on the sides should be parallel and even. So this opening. Now first you inhale, feel your lower lungs. Feel your lower lungs. Fill them at the same time. Your diaphragm moving down equally. And then fill your upper lungs. And then just take one final breath to make sure your lungs are full. So you're breathing in three steps or in 3 intervals. Lower lungs, upper lungs, and just a little more. But the important part is that you move your diaphragm equally down for your Viloma Pranayama. I'll show it, just watch it once. Open That's important. Air moving in your lungs mixes with the blood which goes through the heart, to the heart. If you breathe less, the whole process is less and your heart works also less, so your heart gets weaker. When you inhale nicely and fully, your lungs can work to mix all the fresh air, oxygen, prana in the blood, which takes it to the heart to function more. Open. First, empty your lungs and then you start your pranayama. So see lower, upper and a little more. And a little more. And then softly exhale. Again, inhale, feel your lower lungs. This, and then feel your upper lungs. And then a little more. So you fill your lungs completely and then don't exhale immediately. Try to hold it for a few seconds so your lungs and your diaphragm, they adjust. And then exhale slowly. Now again, do it for 5 minutes, because if you just do less, it won't help you much. You want the whole process of your diaphragm, your chest, your lungs, your heart, your blood circulation to work and come together. So at least 5 minutes, at least 5 minutes. You can do it more. And each time you practice, increase the capacity of your pranayama. Now there are much more deeper aspects to what inhalation and the downward movement of the diaphragm does on the spiritual level, and the upward movement of the diaphragm does on the spiritual level, but I'll cover it in a different video. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please write it down and like and subscribe. Until next time.